I failed the Naplex twice. Lost my job, went broke, chasing a timeline, and still became a pharmacist I knew I was meant to be. Now I help others do the same. Hi there, I'm Dr. LaQuita and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about all things in between being and becoming a pharmacist. How you doing? You alright? Let me tell you something. When I was studying for the Naplex, I was doing everything right. Everything right. I bought the books, I highlighted the pages, I watched the videos, I took my notes, I studied long hours, even when working. I was geeked up on coffee, and I still was stuck. And honestly, this is the part that nobody talks about. Nobody talks about this. How you are giving your all, you're reading, you're buying the prep books, you're doing the quizzes, and it's this emotional cost that's getting you. The doubt, the embarrassment, the exhaustion, the silence when people ask, did you pass? Or how's studying going? And you begin to question yourself. And you start thinking like, am I smart enough? What's going on with me? You know, you start to shrink. You start to wonder if maybe you're not as smart as everyone thought you were. Maybe it's been you've been bamboozled. And that really hits deep. That really hits deep because you have sacrificed. You went to pharmacy school. You earned your PharmD. You survived pharmacy school. That's a big task to survive pharmacy school. And you get this degree. You are a doctor of pharmacy. So why can't you pass? I was saying, why can't you cross this finish line? Why? Why can't we cross this finish line? Because there's something here. And I want to make sure I say this to you. Just because you failed the Naplex multiple times does not mean you are incapable. It does not mean that. It even doesn't mean that you are not intelligent. It does not it does not mean that you don't belong here in the pharmacy profession. It doesn't mean that you won't become a registered pharmacist. It's just simply mean you were trained. You were trained and you are training for pharmacy school. And you're not training for the Naplex. And there is a difference. There's a big difference. Because the truth is, you don't want to become this professional studier forever. Someone who's been out of pharmacy school so many years but still studying professionally because we got this exam. You don't want to be this almost pharmacist forever. Almost registered pharmacist forever. You want the momentum. You want the clarity. You want to walk into that testing center and execute that exam. And March 4th is where that changes. Because we're going to March 4th, okay? It's going to change. And I want to make sure, because you become this professional studier, and it's not what you signed up for. And I am someone who have taken the Naplex multiple times. I earned the PharmD degree. I earned the PharmD, but I needed help becoming the RPH. I needed help. And that experience of being fired, losing my job, That experience is exactly why I created the Think Like a Pharmacist system, because I realized that we can have all these pretty books and notes and all this, but how are we going to, but what is the system to get to knowing this information? Because most people think that the Naplex is the problem. They think their study tool is the problem. It's not. It's your system. It's your study system. It's a study system. And we don't realize that because we think, this prep book helped me create this, or this prep book will help me do this. No, it's your study system. And if you ever felt stuck, if you ever felt stuck after, if you're in this phase, just say, Dr. LaQuita, you're on my row. Comment below, say you're on my row. I want to know who I'm talking to. And make sure, and another thing is to make sure that you register for the March 4th live webinar. Make sure, because these are the things of how we're saying how you're going to March 4th and go from PharmD to RPH. Because most people think, again, you just need more content. You think you need another prep book, and oftentimes ask which prep book is better. No, you need a system. You need a system that aligns with your learning style, that rebuilds the right study habits, that helps you retain information, that teaches you how to apply what you know under pressure, to teach you how to approach a clinical question. A system that calms your nervous system so you don't go blank. You need that system to protect your momentum. You simply think you just want to pass this Naplex. You think that. You want to pass this Naplex. But to be honest, what you really, really want is to stop being this professional studier. You want that. You graduated. You have the degree. Contrary to popular belief, you know the knowledge. You've seen the information. You've seen all the information before, but you haven't been taught how to confidently demonstrate that you are a registered pharmacist. You haven't been confidently taught how to demonstrate pharmacist level thinking and execution when it matters. We're not just trying to pass a quiz, because the exam is not measuring whether you pass the quiz and know the information. Can you really help a patient save a life? I had a client who failed the Naplex multiple times. She thought she was the problem. And she wasn't. She was not the problem. Her system was. She approached every single thing like a student. Because this what I did in pharmacy school. This is what I did, and this is what I did, and da. But once we rebuilt her study structure, her mindset, her execution plan, she passed. Not because she suddenly became smarter. No. Because she finally learned how to think like a pharmacist under pressure. Because we created real life scenarios. At the end of the day, do you have time? When someone comes up and say, "What's this?" Do you have time to go, I don't know. You don't have time for that. You don't have time for that at all. So it's not going to happen like that. So here's the shift. Here's the shift. I want you to stop studying to know more. I want you to start studying to execute better. That's it. That's it. When you change how you think, your retention changes. Your confidence changes. Your performance changes. How you show up for yourself changes. It changes a whole lot. I want you to hear that today. It changes. There was a point, and let me be hot. That's humble, honest, open, transparent. There was a point in my life where I told myself, I am tired of paying for my dreams. It's time for my dreams to pay for me. That wasn't just about me moving forward in my career, me making more money. It was about my identity. That I knew I had so much more to offer this world. And I was tired. Tired of feeling behind. Tired of explaining. Tired of wondering if it would be my turn. And when I built a system that worked for me, everything shifted. Everything shifted. That's why I do this. Because there are not people here helping you with this. There's nobody in this space. That's why I created things like a pharmacist system. Because I know what it feels like to sit in that place and to still wonder. And I also know what it's like. I know what it takes to get out. And I know what it takes to not be defined by this moment in this short moment in your career. I know what it feels like not to be defined by it. Because you talk to somebody who has, after 1.5 years of passing Naplex, went into three sectors of pharmacy, who's now in her 5th sector of pharmacy right now, and I haven't been a practicing pharmacist in 2 years. And if this is you, it's possible. You have earned this degree. It's time for you to come this RPH. And I want to invite you to the March 4th webinar, live webinar, where we're breaking down the 3 critical shifts that you need to make to pass this exam this year. We're going to explore why your current study strategy isn't working. We're going to help you rebuild your system in 2026. I would say how. I'm going to show you how to rebuild your system. And how to walk into the exam with execution level competence. Because this is not another motivational session. I ain't got time for that. This is about strategy. This is how you're going to pass this exam this year. This year. This year. Okay? It's this year. Because you don't need more time. You need a better system. March 4th. It's time to march forth on March 4th. We are marching forth. We are marching forth. And if you're really ready, if you're really ready to stop being almost registered pharmacist and finally step into the registered pharmacist status, I want you to register now at LaQuitaJohnson.com/March4. And I will see you live. Because it's time. It is time. It is time. Until next time, remember that pharmacy is on them if you are. Now go be great, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.